Hello my loyal companions, welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're going to be going over a little bit of a review of Season 2 which has just dropped. I played about 6.5 hours on stream, played a couple hours off stream as well, and I'm going to give my opinions on the good and the bad of Season 2 and whether I think it's been a successful launch for Rogue Company. Also in this video I'm going to be giving out a Battle Pass code for one person in the comment section to win the Battle Pass all for themselves. If you want to enter, watch the video, I'll let you know in the video how you can do that. If you do go on to enjoy the video though, or you just want to see daily, educational, Rogue Company content, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. But for now, let's get into it. You guys know I've been so hyped for Season 2. I've been wanting it to come out with a bang. I wanted it to be really successful for Rogue Company so that we could get a big increase in player base, so that we could get some good matchmaking because there are more players, and just so we get all the new content that's been teased to us for so many weeks now. If you want a blanket statement of my thoughts of Season 2, I think it's gone off with a really good start. I really like all the changes for the most part. Of course, there are some issues, there are some balancing issues that are going to be really common when you overhaul the gun system as they have, but as a blanket statement, I think there are some really good elements. I'm going to treat this video as a bit of a discussion. I want you guys to get in the comments and tell me what you think of Season 2 and the different elements that I'm about to go over. So kicking off with Mac, the new Rogue, how do I think he's placed into Rogue Company? Well, not only being a great design and interesting design, bringing in a new faction, Justicar, and some lore elements, I think Mac as a Rogue has come in really well and honestly really balanced. Yes, I think that the Conviction does a lot of damage and can be an absolute melter in the right hands. Yes, I think that his light bomb ability can be a bit lackluster, but for the most part, I actually think he fits in pretty well. I think there is a skill cap to using his ability. I think that using his weapon does take some time to get used to as well. And I think his passive is interesting without being overpowered, although it does lead towards a little bit of imbalance in respawn modes as opposed to demolition. I think Mac has really come into the game to fill a void of the aggressive defender that we haven't really had yet in Rogue Company. Some people tried to make Trench work in that way, but it hasn't really hit, and now Mac can fill that so well. I am personally really happy with Mac and his place in the game. Maybe he could use a little bit of fine-tuning here or there, but overall, I think he has come in really well, and I look forward to seeing how he adapts into the competitive scene and also just into the ranked meta. Breach also came along with this update, and I think this map is really balanced. I love it for Strikeout, I love it for the King of the Hill, I love it for Demolition. I think it works really well, it flows really well. There's some good points, there's some good flank routes, there's some good angle holding, there's long lines of sight, short lines of sight, great places to use Mac's ultimate, great places to breach, and I think this map runs really well. I would hate to see it taken out of any competitive meta because I think it could run really optimally in that sort of environment. And just generally, I really like the map. I think they did a great job with it. I think they actually took the time to really consider the balance of everything with this map. Unlike something like Hollows, which has a little bit of imbalance to it, or something even like Glacier or Arena, which just really were failures in terms of maps for competitive. I think this one has come in as a really good state. Then, of course, one of the massive things to come with Season 2 has been the time to kill changes, which I've covered so much here on the channel already. So I'm not going to dive too much into, but I want to give a blanket statement because I know this has really split the community. Of course, I want to know what you think in the comments down below. Just stay respectful to each other and other people's opinions. But here is my thoughts. For me, the game feels almost exactly the same, except things happen faster, and I really like it. I like that good players can still outshoot people they're better than, and bad players can still find a way to position to try and get some shots off. I don't think that the time to kill changes makes it so easy for bad players to kill good players. I think it just forces everybody to be a little bit more aware of their positioning, how they're moving, and actually have some risk to the gunplay. You can't just run along a really long angle and expect to live now because the time to kill is a lot shorter. You will die at that one less bullet, and that could be devastating for you. Now, I am going to say there are a few weapons that are a little bit nutty with this time to kill. I'm not going to lie, there's a few that probably need to be tuned. For me, the Sahara comes up in there. The Knight at the closest range is a little bit strong. The K30 I've heard a lot of people complaining about. And also for me, I would probably say the MXR, as I'm sure a lot of you would agree, is really strong right now. They are definitely some of the top tier weapons currently within the meta. I also think the SLC beams and the objection beams also. So there are a few weapons that are a bit problematic, but you kind of have to expect this when they've done a massive overhaul of the time to kill. It's going to take some time for that balancing to be perfectly fine-tuned. So just bear with, make sure your comments are vocal and that they know what you want. But, you know, give them a bit of the benefit of the doubt. But guys, one of the other things that makes this change the time to kill so important for me is the tenacity buff and the melee damage nerf. And the reason I think these pair so well together with the time to kill changes is because of the focus it puts on gunplay. I just love this meta in Rogue Company. And my sort of prediction is that we're going to transition into a AR, DMR focused meta. But I much prefer that and the gunplay focus that it is orientated around rather than just the easy one-shots that come from lethals or melee weapons. And I really like this all kind of accumulated in one. I think it's added a lot of balance to the game, in my opinion. Of course, also adding this update was King of the Hill. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I think this mode is absolutely insane. I really, really like it. I know a lot of you guys have had great opinions about it. I do think that potentially they could randomize the spawn locations of the points potentially, or move them to set locations, but add like a lock period where they're not open, so everyone has a chance to rotate over. But I think there's strategy into both sort of play styles, so it's kind of hit or miss. But I love the King of the Hill game mode, and I definitely 110% think that it should be a permanent game within Rogue Company. I don't care whether you replace extraction with it. I don't care if you add it in separately. Whatever, I think it has the makings of a really good permanent game mode and should eventually be added to a ranked playlist. And the last major piece of content I would say that's really been added is the ranked overhaul. Of course, new season means new ranked, and they're sticking with the same sort of rank system they had the previous season, except you can play with anybody. The rank limitation isn't there anymore, so you can't play with people inside your rank bracket, which is really, really nice. I like that. I think it's going to make content really good, so I can play ranked with viewers, but also I just think for a community with such a small player base, it makes a lot more sense. Personally, I'm looking forward to the grind of ranked once again, something fresh. I'm not actually going to do a Road to Rogue series here on the channel on my main account. I'm just going to get that one done and dusted out of the way and start playing with viewers. But of course, I will be bringing back the solo queue to Rogue series, which I thought was amazing last season. I loved this. I love being able to give you tips and some of the stories you guys were telling me of how I inspired you to start fragging out a bit more, start playing some different rogues who can frag and win some solo queue games yourself was really, really awesome. So I want to bring that with season 2 as well, because it was tough, guys. It was nice. However, I don't actually think that these big content drops are what has really made season 2 such a success. I think it is the little things that they have done, that they've put in place, that have really changed the way it works. And to kick that off, honestly, is going to be the daily logins. I love what they did with the daily logins. I think it's such a great change. It's something so minimal, something you don't even have to put effort into, but giving you rewards for continuously playing the game is a great way for them to keep engagement, but also just a great reward for us. We get XP boosts, we get a couple of rogue bucks in there as well, 150 total for the month if we log in for 10 days, as well as a few little skins and bits and bobs like that, which I just think are really, really nice as a little incentive. But other incentives that they added in were the weekly and daily challenges, which they overhauled from being a really meh, play 5 games, kind of do a bit of damage with melee weapons, to actually something that I feel like I'm actively having to try and do. They kind of took inspiration from the Arms Leader event in terms of their missions and brought it into these weekly challenges, which I really, really liked. I thought that the challenges were good. They were a little bit to grind for. I did get through this week's pretty quickly. I think I've got one more to do. But I did grind for like 8 hours today, and I was actively trying to get them. So it kind of makes sense. I would love to see this expanded in the future, but for now, I think this is really, really good. And also, if you complete all of them, you complete all 4 weeks in the month, you get an additional 150 Robux again on top of this as a thank you for the completion, which I think is so good. They're giving us an avenue for Robux. And I'll talk about exactly how many Robux you can earn throughout this season at the end of the video. Another massive thing that I thought worked really well for Rogue Company this season is their Battle Pass. I think they did a great job with this, and this is going to lead me on to my Battle Pass giveaway. I will touch on that in just a second, but I thought the Battle Pass was really good. Almost every reward in the 50 tiers of the Battle Pass is really good. I've made my opinion on the Phantom skin very clear. I think it's actually a good thing, given the value of that skin in other recolors is a lot higher than the $10 you pay for the Battle Pass without the other 49 tiers. So I actually kind of like that it's in there. I just think it's a really good skin, so I'm kind of biased. But I think that what they've done with allowing you to have all of the Rogue Bucks back in the Battle Pass, they bumped it up so you can now earn 1,050 Rogue Bucks back in the Battle Pass, which is just so insane. That is so good. The community was asking for it and they responded. I think as Scott said, it's for the player, by the player, which I love that quote. I think that's really, really clean. And it does make sense. They are listening to the feedback, and I really, really appreciate them for that. And now you can earn your Rogue Bucks back for the next Battle Pass. And guys, that's going to lead us on to the Battle Pass giveaway. And if you want to enter for a chance to win a code, so you unlock the Battle Pass, I'm going to say it's not the entire 50 tiers. It is just unlocking it so you can then start to earn those 50 tiers. If you want to enter to do that, I want you to type in the comment section down below, along with the favorite thing about Rogue Company and Season 2, is going to be the word Justicar, which is the new faction we've heard about in Rogue Company coming this season. So if you want to enter into the Battle Pass giveaway, just type in your comment somewhere in there the word Justicar. As I said, 1,050 Robux can be earned through the Battle Pass. And then we also have the weekly and daily login rewards. And if you total it all up throughout the 3 months this season will be here, you end up earning about 1,950 Robux if you can complete everything that is there within the 3 months of this content, which is about the price of a legendary skin and actually about the price of the Arms Leader event that we saw last season after it was halved. So in theory, you're getting a lot of Rogue Bucks back for just going across the free content-ish. You do have to buy the Battle Pass that there is going to be here. And this is just one of the things that really alludes to the fact that they took time to think and care about what we wanted as players coming into season 2. I don't at any point feel like any of this has been a money grab. Like the arms that it kind of felt like last season, it just doesn't feel like this. It feels like they've put time and effort into the content and want season 2 to be successful with our feedback in there. And that is honestly why I think season 2 has been so successful for me in my eyes going forward. So yes, guys, please voice your opinions down on season 2 down below. I know a lot of people have very mixed feelings about the time to kill changes, so let me know what your thoughts are down below, what you think of Mac, what you think of Breach, what you think of the ban system, and who your most banned rogue is going to be. I want to know everything and all your thoughts on season 2, guys, so we can get some good feedback together and maybe give it to the devs. In terms of this channel for season 2, though, I have so much amazing content that you're not going to want to miss out on. Honestly, I've got a Fixer gameplay coming soon. I've got a Mac gameplay coming soon. Dahlia as well as many other rogues I'm sure you guys are going to want to see in the new metas. I've also got some revamped rogue guides, some revamped map guides, and some very interesting gun statistic videos that I think you're going to like a lot. If you're excited to see all of that, guys, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on my daily uploads that I post here. Okay then, guys, that's going to take us to the end of the video, and if you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. You can also come follow me on twitch.tv/RADTHARGAMING, see live gameplay commentaries, guides, Q&As, and playing with viewers. All the links are going to be down in the description below, but for now, I hope you have a fantastic day. And remember, be loyal, be brave, be relentless, and I'll catch you in the next video.